Halloween just around the corner, you knew the NXT roster would be up to some havoc. My name is Ramos Jr. In today's video, we will be discussing each scheduled matchup for NXT's Halloween Havoc and predicting the outcome of each matchup. But before we begin the prediction video, make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the pro wrestling content that is produced on this channel, such as the post-show reactions and the J Area podcast as well. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the predictions, starting with the Women's North American Championship. We have Kaylani Jordan, who has been the champion since Battleground, since winning the multi-person ladder match, and she's going to be defending the title against one of the members of Fatal Influence, whether that's going to be JC Jane, Fallon Henley, or Jasmine Nix. I personally think they're going to go ahead and give the nod to JC Jane. She's been in the roster for quite some time. She's basically the leader of Fatal Influence, and in terms of the stipulation, it is dealer's choice. It is up to a member of Fatal Influence to determine who will be facing Kaylani Jordan and what the matchup will be. I think all of this points in favor of Fatal Influence. I think it's about time that Kaylani Jordan drops the title. She was a perfect first champion, but I think it's time we change title hands, especially with the newest arrival of Delta, now known as Zarya, on the NXT roster. So I'm going to go ahead and predict that JC Jane wins the NXT North American Women's title and begins a feud with Zarya. And since we're discussing the North American title, let's go over to the men's division, where the Don, Tony D'Angelo, will be defending the males NXT North American Championship against former champion Oba Femi in a tables, ladders, and scares matchup, basically the equivalent of a TLC match. Now we know that the Don had recently defeated Oba Femi, and now it's going to be a one-on-one contest guaranteed, since Oba Femi has basically one by one systematically eliminated each member of the family. I think that being that Tony D'Angelo had just won the championship, I see bigger and brighter things for Oba Femi. I think it's going to be a great matchup between the two and a final blow off to the rivalry that they've had over the course of these last couple months. I do think that Tony D'Angelo sneaks out with a victory here, because I could see Oba Femi moving up to the main event scene, fighting for the NXT World Championship, and Tony D'Angelo having a good run with the mid-card title. And to talk about mid-card feuds, we have an ambulance matchup between Andre Chase and Ridge Holland. Again, another feud that has been developing over the course of the last few months. Ridge Holland, a former member of Chase University, winning the tag team titles with Andre Chase, eventually betraying the university, obviously beating up the likes of Riley Osborne, Andre Chase, and even Duke Hudson, the MVP of Chase University. Again, I look at this as an opportunity to end the feud. It was a good run. I can't see Ridge Holland getting the victory over Andre Chase. I feel like this is where you finally give him a babyface victory. You give the fans something happy, especially given the way that Andre has been decimated by Ridge Holland in recent memory. I think it's a great move to have Andre Chase move up the card. He's been with NXT for quite some time. Let's start seeing him get some more opportunities, maybe even like the NXT North American Championship. Next, we have the highly anticipated tag team matchup between four of the top women in the division. Of course, I'm referring to the NXT champion Roxanne Perez teaming up with her former, now current best friend again, Cora Jade, as they will take on the likes of Stephanie Vaquer and Giulia. This is a high profile matchup. Like I said, four of the top stars in the women's division, four of the top stars just on NXT in general. I think that because we have new stars in Stephanie and Giulia, I can't see how they lose this matchup. I think if anything, Cora Jade is going to be the one to take the pinfall or submission. We're going to protect Roxanne Perez for the time being, because we're going to have a championship opportunity for whoever were to pin Roxanne. I could definitely see them going in the direction of a triple threat match, maybe even a fatal four-way that would include Cora Jade. But just in recent weeks, the way we've seen NXT present Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer, they are really high on these two women, and they should be. Two of the most talented women's wrestlers in the world, two of the most talented wrestlers on the roster at this point. It should be a great showing for all four women, and I think will be used as an opportunity to go ahead and transition into a bigger feud that will include, of course, the NXT Women's Championship. But you want to talk about World Championships. We're talking about what I think will probably be the main event. It'll be Trick Williams defending the NXT Championship against All Ego Ethan Page, the former champion who he had defeated on the first edition of the CW NXT. We know it's going to be in a Devil's Playground matchup, which basically, would entail like a no-holds-barred type of rules. Very similar to how Tony D'Angelo had defeated Obafemi for the championship. I find it very hard to believe that we're going to give the title right back to Ethan Page. Trick Williams is going to be the face of the division for the foreseeable future. I don't think he's going to drop the title. I think there are going to be these opportunities that would lead us to believe that there will be a false finish where Ethan Page wins and regains the championship, but ultimately I don't think Trick Williams is losing this matchup. He's going to defend the title, he's going to successfully retain the title, and maybe sooner rather than later move into a program with Obafemi. So overall, a pretty solid card for Halloween Havoc, but it's a pretty straightforward card as well. I don't think there's going to be many surprises as it comes to the victors of each matchup. Like I said, should be an entertaining card, but I don't expect a lot of huge news coming out of it, especially given that our three main stars that were signed, of course, being Zarya, Stephanie, and Giulia, all have arrived. Should be an entertaining show. Keep an eye out though. I don't think I'll be uploading a post-show reaction to Halloween Havoc. Of course, if you know, I'll be going on vacation for some time, but I will be covering the event at some point next week, a short little recap as we, prepare to go to the next stages of NXT. They do have that huge Philadelphia show coming up as well. But hey, go ahead and sound off on the comments below. Let me know what you think about my predictions and what are some of your predictions in regards to the Halloween Havoc match card. If you enjoyed this predictions video, give the video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos such as these, including the J Area podcast and our post-show reactions to Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and even the premium live events or pay-per-views that occur every month. With that being said, my name is Jose Ramos Jr. Thank you for joining me in today's prediction video, and I'll see you guys next time.